Okay, so in the last lecture we created typing text animation using JavaScript. It's working, it's looking good, but in order to make it perfect, let's add to text blinking cursor. We're going to create it using CSS animations. Cursor will be represented by after pseudo element. So let's select heading, add after pseudo element. At first, as you know, we need to define content. Let's leave it empty. Then set width as 5 pixels and height as 55 pixels. Next, we're going to make its background color white. So for now, element is not visible because we have to define its position. So let's assign to it position absolute. Alright, so here we have cursor, but as you see, during animation it's changing its position for several times. It's ending up down below. In order to fix that problem in CSS, we have a property called white space. We need to assign it to heading, and it should have value pre-wrap. Actually, when we use this value, then it takes into account white spaces and wraps text whenever it's needed. So you can see that now cursor is working fine, it's no longer moving down. Alright, now it's time to create animation. So when typing of text is finished, I want cursor to start blinking. Create keyframes. Let's call it blinking. So I'm going to create blinking effect by changing background colors from white to transparent and then back to white. We will have only 3 steps. On 0%, let's make background color white. Then on 50%, we need background color transparent. So let's duplicate it, write 50% and change color, make it transparent. As for 100%, we need back white color. Right here 100% and change color, make it white. Alright, let's assign to after pseudo element animation property. Insert here name, blinking. Then duration 1 second. So I want cursor to start blinking after finishing typing text. Therefore we need here little delay, and it is 3 seconds. And lastly, I want animation to be playing infinitely, so for that we have to insert here value called infinite. So you see that cursor is blinking and everything works perfectly. Alright, that's it about cursor animation. And before we finish this lecture, I want to create one more animation. I mean, when the page is loaded and typing text animation is finished, I want those cards to be displayed in sequence with a little delay. So let's create new keyframes and call it card anim. So by default I want cards to be hidden, therefore on 0% we need opacity 0. Then duplicate this line and on 100% make opacity 1. Okay, so keyframes is created. We need to use it for cards separately because we need different delay time for each card. Let's select first one, write card, and in order to select first one, let's use nth child selector and inside parentheses write 1. Assign to it animation, then insert name, card anim. Next we need duration, write 2 seconds. So for first card we need delay time 3 seconds because I want it to be displayed right after finishing text animation. Let's duplicate this code twice, then change those numbers, write 2 and 3, and also change delay time for second one, write 3.5 seconds. As for third one, write 4 seconds. Alright, reload the page. And you see that we have here a little problem. By default, cards are not hidden, and actually it doesn't look good. In order to fix that, we need to use value called backwards, which allows elements to get state which is indicated on start of animation, I mean on 0%. So when we reload the page during delay, cards will take opacity 0 by default. Let's reload. And you see that everything works perfectly. Alright, actually we can say that our third project is created with all its animations and features, but before we finish this project, I want to make it fully responsive on different screen sizes, because for now on smaller screen sizes it won't be looking good. In order to do that, let's move on to the next video.